Now, this is a question I often get asked. How do I compress the golf ball? How, Alex, do I catch the ball and then the turf, right? We're all looking for ball and turf contact. These are two things you've got to consider. One, how these wrists are working into the ball. Two, how the body is helping you control the low point. That is so key for ball and turf impact, which in hindsight creates compression, spin, all those nice things we've all been working so hard to get in our game. Now let's start off by just talking about how we control that low point. And I really would encourage you, when we get to this point in a second, just follow along, right? I think it's really good if you can follow along, because these feelings are a lot more relevant and you do them at the time and you think, actually, you know what, I've got that. Rather than watching it and thinking I'll come back to it and then never doing it, and then you're like, oh, I wish I'd done that. We're all guilty of doing that, right? Let's make sure we do this now. Okay, so what is low point? First and foremost, low point, and if we imagine we had a little mini stick figure swinging this golf club round, it's where our arc hits the ground. Now, if we're sort of catching ball and turf, we've got it in this scenario. If we're catching turf then ball, our bottom of the arc is happening before. We've got to control our bottom of the arc to happen after. Now, simply imagine that arc's down at the ground there, and we left that down the ground. We'll leave it here. Look where I put my weight. My weight goes back, my bottom of the arc goes back. My weight goes forwards, my bottom of the arc goes forwards. Now, how we do this in the golf swing is with a bit of shift and a bit of rotation. And doing that in the right sequence is vitally, vitally key. So, this is the point where you need to follow along with me. Grab another alignment stick, and all I want you to do is place it across your chest and have more pointing out your trail side. So your right hand side for a right-handed golfer, be your left-handed side for a left-handed golfer. Now, we're hitting in this direction, right? We can't just give it a shift, because that would be no good to us. It would actually get our arc ahead of the ball, but it'd be a little bit of chance, and also we wouldn't create much power. We know the source of power in the golf swing is being a little bit more this way. So the analogy from the top of the backswing I want you to use is this. We're going to turn. I want 5% shift, 95% turn. Now look where my bottom of the arc would be. I'm now allowing that to be ahead of the golf ball because I've got a good amount of shift and a good amount of turn. Now remember what I said. Where you move your body to controls where the bottom of your arc is. So if we can get a good combination of that and actually bring some power into the equation, hallelujah, right? We're doing exactly what we want to do. So really practice this move to the top, shift 5%, 95% turn. And the key point here is I want you to get into this. If I'm feeling this shift, I'm feeling my left knees getting a little bit further away from my right, and as I'm doing this, my left hip's just going up and around. So shift, turn, really allowing me to hit down on this golf ball. I think a good telltale sign here would be if you were doing this right, grab a golf club in your trail hand, and this morning we have a bit of the morning dew on here, so I can clearly see if I've taken the bit of water off the turf just ahead of the ball, right? So address it just inside, to the top, shift, down to the ball, take the morning dew off ahead. But also, watch it this way around. My club's contacting the ground, shift, turn, look where I now contact the ground in front. If I leant back, this club would just work up, highlighting that I'm not going to contact the turf after the ball. So the first stage is realizing it's 5% shift, 95% turn. Let's now move on to the second stage, which is, think of this as a full story. You've got to have the wrists and the body doing what we want to do together. This is that. It's about time we get a yardage, right? How far have we got? 134. Slight uphill, and this is a little added bonus. Slight slight uphill is going to add a little bit of loft to our club, right? So we need to take that into account. I'm going to go smooth 9-iron here, 134. I know I keep mentioning it, but these things, honestly, are a thing of beauty. Beauty. Look at them. Just like brand new. Okay, so we know what stage 1 is. This is stage 2. So imagine you're a golfer that doesn't transfer the weight, and this is going to resonate a lot with you now. Imagine you're a golfer that's throwing everything away like this. So you're organising your wrists into the golf ball, where your trail wrist, your right wrist, is all sort of straight. You're cupped on your glove hand. This would be sort of throwing our arc away before. Tie that in with not transferring our weight and rotating. This is why you find it such a chore to hit ball then turf, or why you actually sway into the golf ball to try and get this, okay? Now, this is a drill I want you to use. So, if you're out on the golf course, playing on your own, no one about, hit 2 shots. Trust me, do this. Hit 1 drill shot, 1 normal shot, you will thank me later. So what we want to do is get away from organising our wrists this way, okay? I want you to just place your club on the ground to begin with, right? Just on the inside of the golf ball. What I want you to feel is, we're not this way, we get the feeling of being this way. And what I want you to get here is, this is the key point, that all this is happening this side of that golf club. Now to do that, we've got shift, turn. So this is what we're after. That is the feeling of how we organise the wrists, how we organise the body, and how we get ball then turf. So doing this with a golf club in our hand, and this is the first ball that we would hit away, is standing in, and I'm going to again use this sort of morning dew we've got here, halfway back, through, halfway back, through. I can really see I'm making a divot on target side. So building this in, we're going to go halfway back, organise it through, and really exaggerate this with your body turn, where again it's getting away from this. We've got no hope of that. So that drill shot is this. I'm going to hit 1 with a 9-iron here, nice and drilled. I'm just going to pose this sort of punchy finish, really feeling I've got the rotation and I've got those wrists. Wow, that felt so nice. A little bit pulled, but actually look at our contact, ball then turf. Okay, so I mentioned right on the golf course, aren't we? How do we build this into a pre-shot routine? Oh, I can't use that one, and I'll show you why, guys. Can't use this one. Look at these new ones. Got a posh on the channel. Can't use that though. Okay, so we're out on the golf course. We're going to hit some balls. We've hit 1 and we're going to hit another one, but we will replace our divots. Pre-shot routine. Feel it. Feel it. Right, okay, I'm going to apply that feeling into the shot, and I'm going to concentrate on sort of making that sort of Tommy Fleetwood-esque follow through, because I think that really gives us a good picture for what we're trying to do. Okay, so here we go. Fire her in there. Oh. And especially with a 9-iron, right? We want to make some divot, we want to make some contact. That is your way to do it. So 2 stages, get the body right, get the wrists right, simple drill for you to try right now. I promise you, try it right now, because you're going to get some great results. So you're watching this on a Wednesday, right? You have got 2 or 3 days to get ready for the weekend. Use this time wisely, use this drill, report back, and hopefully you feel that whoosh into the golf ball. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I've seen a lot of you haven't been turning the bell on. Turn the bell on too, to not miss any of the daily uploads.